part of our tour today. We just did the sea part on the reef, and this is the land part. We're leaving the port, going to see how chocolate is made from the cocoa bean, and we're going to do some tequila tasting on Cinco de Mayo. Lots of people from the cruise ship just walking the streets. I like to see that. It means it's safe. International Cruise Terminal.
Familia, very good, muy bien, who feel muy bien, muy bien, yes, mi familia, welcome, thank you so much for being here. Today we got an excellent driver with us. He's one of the top 10 drivers on the island. We only got 10 drivers, mis amigos. So, Mr. Pedro, he's very kind, he's very nice driver. He's gonna take us 2 hours, my friends, in this part of the activity. Is the second part of the activity, which is in Mexico, already inland, mis amigos. So familia, here we are. This is our beautiful island. We named the island in Maya language Pusan Lumil Apeten. Can you say that? Pusan Lumil Apeten. Pusan Lumil, the land of the swallow bird. See, the swallow bird, my friends, represent the messenger to the gods back in the Maya times. Mayas are right here, and canoes navigating from Tulum, my friends. Tulum is right there at the south. In front of us, we got Playa del Carmen. That's the silhouette, the white silhouette on your left. That's mainland, mis amigos. If you drive an hour from here to the north side, you find Cancun. Do you hear about Cancun, right? See? Cancun is a very famous city, my friends, located in our state. We named this state Quintana Roo, and it's one of the 32 states of Mexico. So here, we got a 500,000 people city, Playa del Carmen. That's our main communication with mainland, my friends. If you want to go to buy shoes, if you want to go to Mexico City, you want to go to any area of Mexico, we take a ferry, my friends, to get to the continent and then drive or fly to those destinies. And family, here we are. It's 32 miles from north to south, and it's 9 miles wide. Where you stay 30 minutes ago on that beautiful activity under the water is located here, mis amigos, between the continent and the downtown. The downtown, we named that San Miguel or San Michael. That's the name of our city. Our population is 100,000 people, 105,000 people living in 4 square miles, my friends. Talk about 15% is the city and 85% is undeveloped areas, my friends. Like this, 100% jungle. That's right from the ship. Probably you wake up in the morning, right? You take a view from your windows, from your balconies. You saw that it's a small area, build it, see, and the rest of the island is completely green, right? And flat like a pool table. No mountain, no hills, no volcanoes, no waterfalls, no rivers. The only way for our people to stay for 2,000 years sharing the Mayan heritage, is here in the middle of the island with the sinkholes, mis amigos. We call them cenotes, right? In Mexico, probably in another trip, you visit Tulum or Chichen Itza, and next to those beautiful cities, you swam in a cenote, right? If we remember the temperature of the cenote, it's cold, right? So the cenotes and those sinkholes are our best friends to get water in home. Thanks to the cenotes, thanks to this central area, we got water for 100,000 people every day. So we got around 300 caves full of water, stalagmites with stalactites, working as a natural filters during the rainy periods. That's August, that's July, that's December. For August and July, one of the hottest months of the years, my friend, because it's a lot of humidity in the town. Mosquitoes everywhere. So today you are in the glory, my friends. You get in the best month of the year. For March, April, and May, we got this kind of weather, my friends. It's very hot during the day, but it's cooler during the night time. If you got back in August, September, this place is also warm during the night time. That's why our best friends in home is the hammock, the air condition, and mucha cerveza, right? A lot of beer. So family, welcome to our downtown. Today we celebrate a special fiesta. It's not the biggest fiesta of the country. Do you know what we celebrate always?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. And what represents Cinco de Mayo, mis amigos?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, I put on battle, right? Put on battle for Mexico. They were a small group of students, cadetes, we call them, when those are training to be part of the army. And they got a really big battle in Puebla state. In Puebla, my friends, they got a big battle with the French soldiers, with the French army. And they got the victory and probably the pass of the independence for that section
This
of
is
Mexico.
downtown
So familia,
Cozumel.
welcome to Cinco de Mayo. We got a big fiesta in Mexico that we celebrate bigger. See mi familia, it's our independence coming in September. So Cinco de Mayo is another excuse to be drunk, right? So familia, welcome to Mexico. Today we got in this section of the island, see, we don't want to change, see, your mentality, your ideologies. But in the island, my friends, here, 80% of the town, most of us are Catholics, see? 80%, that means 80,000 people, see, located in this downtown. And this is one of the biggest cathedrals that we got on the areas. The family, we call it Corpus Christi, like Texas. See, Corpus Christi is very interesting, my friends, because this is one of the first church dedicated. This is where you're from. Okay, so double chocolate for you, me and Eva today. It's gonna be very nice, my friends, because it's very connected with that town. Why? Because part of the investments, see, in the downtown, we're coming for Corpus Christi for this section. So thank you so much, my friends. In honor to that, we call it like Corpus Christi. And family, here we got the areas where we got commerce, restaurants, we got supermarkets, schools. This is our downtown. In Mexico, my friends, mandatory medical care, see, and education for the people. That's part of our rights. So here, my family, it's very interesting because in the downtown we find all these sections for us as locals, see? Private hospitals like this, we got public areas, public hospitals for everybody on the island. We say public and almost for free in familia, see? For that we pay in the year a couple of hundreds, and that's what we pay for, say, 365 days for education, but also for this kind of attention in family. Family, this is the downtown. If you take a look, 100% concrete houses, right? We need to cover like this because the hurricanes that we got every 6 months from June to December, hurricanes in the area in family. So most of us need to get a house strong to be safe during these hard periods in the island. Last hurricane was Wilma. Wilma hurricane in 2005. It's a category 5 in the city under the water for 43 days, my friends. 43 days. That's why Mayas, very smart, they decide to be on the central area of the island. because that is higher. See, it's the highest point of the island, 45 feet above the sea level, almost nothing. But 45 feet during a hurricane are important elevations to be and be safe with your family. So family, right here we still speak in Maya. Maya language sounds very nice. My friend Pedro speaks 100% Maya language. I can speak Maya language after the tequila time. See, I speak it very fluent, mi familia. So we need extra añejo, chocolate tequila, almond tequila to speak Maya language today. See, all of us are gonna be Mayan speakers at the end of the chocolate and tequila. It's gonna be a nice combination, my friends. Probably Maya language sounds like Chinese, Cantonese, Mandarin, Zu, Zhen, Pek, Elo, Chan, Chen, Chin, Chon. Those are Mayan phonetics. One of the famous Mayan words is Malokin. See, Malokin means good morning in Maya language. Malokin, mis amigos. What about chocolate? See, chocolate. Chocolate, one of our activities today. Choco means hot. Latte, drink. Hot drink. Chocolate. What about chiclets? You know chiclets? You like chiclets, right? Chewing gum. Chi is mouth and clets is working the mouth. Chiclets, that's chewing gum, my friends. Chicle, chocolate. Another Mayan word is okidoki. See, I'm not just kidding, that's in Mayan, right? But over here we can find cinemas, the municipal palace. As a special center for conventions, and we got celebrations for our family members, graduations, things like that, weddings. We got this kind of auditoriums, my friends. Most of them are located in front of the hotels, because sometimes the hotels got the opportunity for the guests to make a special fiesta if they are celebrating something. So right here we got the condominiums, hotels, resorts. We got bungalows, we got the dolphinaries, my friends. So this is the main boulevard. And this is the main street attending our guests when they come for more than 1 week. See? We're coming for 1-2 weeks, my friends. Those are the scenarios waiting for all of you coming. So here, basically, my friends, all of the island is dedicating themselves to attend this tourism, see? So we were waiting for this 2 years in home, my friends. We're super lucky, my friends. We are super excited, and we are very grateful because thanks to you, my friends, this is running. This is possible again. How much time, my friends? 17 months. 17 months that everybody moved themselves to other states, to other areas, and discover another talents that we didn't discover before that, before the pandemic. Family it will never be the same, right? Won't never, because when you come back to the journaling, when you come back with your friends, it's probably not anymore the 50 guys that we used to be. It's not anymore 80 drivers operating the buses. Now we are smaller groups, see? It's completely different, the scenarios, mis amigos, today. Today we got 3 cruise ships in Puerto Maya, we got 3 carnivals, and that means approximately 10,000 people visited the island today by cruise ships. Can you imagine how many avocados to make guacamole, see, for 10,000 people, right? Those are a lot of avocados for the island. So finally, it's very interesting to
We're at the Mayan Cacao Company. Hello. Hello.
very hot, right? Sure. Don't worry, my friends. It's gonna be just for a couple of minutes, okay? With this sensation, we come from the air condition. That's why our body is evaporating, right? So, family, where we are located today is a moon goddess sanctuary. Back in the time, my friends, a place, an island dedicated to this lady. She is the moon goddess for our families. The moon represents the tides, see? Represents navigation.
fertility, medicine. So she, my friends, is the Mungares. You take a look of her belly, she is pregnant, see? The lady is pregnant. So she represents the new generations in the town. She is mi familia, a lady with a luminous skin. She represents 4 weeks, 4 cycles in the sky. The first week, the moon is a baby. The second week, the moon is a señorita. The third is mother, and the fourth week is grandma. The 4 cycles of life, the 4 cycles of the moon. 28 days, my friends, the Mayas follow. See? For agriculture, for navigation, and for new babies in the town. According with my grandma, my friends, 3 generations before this city, this was a place attending, see, this particular pregnancy. So no doctors, no hospitals. The only area where we got midwives, Cozumel Island and Isla Mujeres in front of Cancun. So thanks to that, our Mayan navigators, they come with the currents, my friends. The tides to come here, my friends, before the tides, before the full moon, and to be ready for this symbol of life. You know? So they celebrate that with honey, as we said in the boss. Family, her name is Shell. You remember, see, like Medusa or Cleopatra, right? Ladies with snakes in the head. Thing happened in the Mayan history, mi familia. This is the lady, and we consider the goddess of the moon. She got a big snake in the head, right? So why the snake? Why again, right? The question is, my friends, why on the top of these señoritas 2,000-3,000 years ago? According with the biologists, it's the only animal who shade the skin every 9 months. And every 9 months we got a new baby. That's why today also the medicine is very associated, no? Connected with the symbol of the snakes, like 2 snakes twisted. No? And we got the symbol of that. So family, here we can find part of the Mayan history. Back in those times, Mayas built 60,000 cities, my friends. Approximately 10 million of Mayas working hard to build this. So this is in Mela, my friends. This is how we see it today. See? This is because the restorations, but this is the original place, my friends. This is how they used to be. Right? So the temples were painted. They have a beautiful art behind. They painted as frescoes. They mix the plaster with the colors, and these colors stay for thousands of years in these walls. So this color red, my friends, it's paprika, achiote. See? We mix that with a clay and ladybugs to get the color red. We got also blues, we got also greens, yellows, oranges, that are like this, my friends. The Mayas discovered one of the most important colors in the world, the color indigo. The indigo color, my friends, the Spaniards got impressed because on the other side, they produced it with lapis. Lapis was super expensive at the price of gold. See? So that's why to paint something in Egypt, in Europe, is very complicated, my friends. In some parts of the Bible, the Holy Bible, appear sections with aquamarine for the sky, for the water, because not enough blue to paint it. Can you imagine that, right? So family, this is a flower in America. We call it añil, and with that Mayas produced one of the most expensive colors in the world, the most beautiful colors, my friends, decorating the murals. So this is how they look, my friends. This is in mainland, see? This is because of hurricanes. So thanks to these hurricanes, the ones on the island were very affected. And we can see this, mi familia, this kind of paintings for thousands of years in the world. We talk about 6 countries, my friends. Being Cozumel, one of the most important areas for pilgrimage in the moon, for the Mungares. I mean, exists gods for everything, right? In Mayan culture. One for the water, one for the corn, one for Venus, one for Jupiter, one for the deer, one for fishermen. See? One for tacos, one for tamales, one for tequila, one for tequila. So all of them were important. Approximately 160 different gods and deities, located on Maya. Family, let's gonna see some of them at this auditorium. You will see how important was chocolate for our Mayan warriors, our Mayan priests, our Mayan nobility in those days. So family, this way forward. celebrate the fiesta.
There was a time and a place where stories were not told with words and letters, but with color. In these lands, something was blooming, something that later became a pillar of a culture. At an economic level, it was an exchange currency that held high value. It circulated the most important markets, and it was treasure. So much so that it was not only seen as an object of exchange. Its cultural significance rose even to the highest temples. It was an award for the bravest warriors and kept them motivated to win fierce battles, all to get such a valued treasure. There was also a time when the world changed, expanded, and that brought strangers from distant places with different ideas and different beliefs. They saw in this precious cocoa an ingredient that would change the history of flavors around the world. Kings, princes, and the nobility enjoyed a new dish with the secret ingredient, cocoa, and the complement that would immortalize it, milk. Chocolate was born in Europe, but that delicacy would soon transcend borders. Cocoa would quickly flourish in new lands. A small piece of our history would grow around the planet.
How was that? Very good. Great, right? Are green, sometimes are red, sometimes are purple, sometimes are oranges. It depends how much water it got during the rainy season. Imagine that is August, as we said, September is raining a lot. So thanks to that, sometimes the shells are green, are this kind of colors, right? When you come to other dry seasons, probably the shells are darker. It used to be purple, red, oranges. This is the kind of color. Inside, my friends, we opened, we cut it, and it got the beans. They got a pulp, my friends. And probably here we got the example, right? So this, my friends, is the pot. See, this inside looks like probably like corn. Can you see it? Right? It looks like corn, but with bigger beans. It's interesting, my friends, because for every pot we got approximately 70 to 90 beans. See, back in those days, these 90 beans represent another 90 pesos, another $90 for our society, right? So money literally was growing in a tree in those days. But family, this, it's a pulp, it's white, it tastes good, it tastes like mango. But what happened with this, if you pass this for the machine, you get chewing gum and not cacao, not chocolate. That's why for the process, you need to remove this. How you do it, my friends? With water. See, you got a fermentation process, put it like this with water. See, after 4 hours, this pulp is almost gone. See, it's very tiny. So that's the perfect moment for all of us to say it's time to go with the beans for the sun. See, how many days on the sun? For 9 days. 1 week and 2 days on the sun. And thanks to that, the pulp is not anymore white. It's gonna be brown. It's gonna be dry. And thanks to that, my family, it's the perfect time to put it on the grills to toast the cacao. When we toast it, my friends, this shell is going to be crunchy. So when we pass with a spoon and we remove the beans, the shells are coming out easier. So this is the process to get the beans. When we got finally the bean, my friends, it looks like a coffee bean. It looks brown and it's very, very tasty, my friends. It's very strong flavor. So that's the time to mix with water, with vanilla, with cinnamon, and these special things on chocolate today. My family, the origins are located in South America. Later was expanded to here, my friends, to Maya land. And chocolate in Maya land is 2,000 years old. The second biggest production in the world, my friend, is Tabasco. If you go to Africa, right here, we got a country named Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast got the biggest production of cacao in the world today. See, in 2022, all the cacao that we got in Belgium, in Switzerland, in other areas where we got and produce the best chocolate in the world, see, is located from America and it's from also Ivory Coast, my friends. So those are the areas where we got it, right? Finally, cacao today is an important symbol in Mexico. It represents a lot of part of the economy for different states, see? So it's good to know that we're still having this particular history very alive in the towns where we travel. Family, the Cacao Road is all Central America, so you can imagine how special it started to be this tradition for everybody to say, I want to be part of that, in a moment. Family, any question at the moment? Not yet? It's clear? You can understand my perfectly broken English? You can do it? If you can understand me, please let me know, and I'm very good with signals like this. So this is bueno. What about this? This is malo, right? This is going to be my favorite. That's for a Coca-Cola, right? For a Coca-Cola. So right here, most of our people still speak in Maya, English, and Spanish, my friends, thanks to these ancient traditions, right? Still having also the Maya language. Familia, vámonos time. Let's go. That's why in Maya land, we're still having some Maya gods, my friends.
Good. For this experience, amigos, you can take pictures. You can ask questions, anything you want to know. Well, today I'm your host. My name is Angel or Angel, and I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Here we go. I'm gonna take these cocoa nips. Oh, wow, that's a nice shirt. I'm sorry, I love pets, and I have one like that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna take these natural cocoa nips and I place them on the metates. A metate, amigos, is a heavy limestone that Mayan women used to have for preparing food, the flowers, the spices, the medicines, all those kind of things. Every time you see a metate, amigos, remember the tradition just like this. A metate belongs to a woman, her mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, so I can talk very easy of 200 years of tradition on one single stone. And the way to make chocolate is totally artisanal. Actually, I have no machines or technology, totally handmade. Here we go. I'm gonna grind the cocoa nips. Excelente, very good. Just remember that many years ago, the Mayans didn't have any milk or sugar, but they got many plants. And from those plants, they add three important ingredients. The first one is the allspice. I'm sure everybody knows the allspice, right? Sorry about my terrible pronunciation. Sometimes people confuse that with the aftershave or the deodorant. No. This is very popular on Christmas. Just think about it. A delicious pumpkin pie, an apple pie, a rum cake, maybe a sweet potato pie. Am I right? Well, in this chocolate recipe, amigos, is very important because it's a natural preservative. Besides that, it's not spicy, it's just a natural enhancer of a frutal sensation. Then we have cinnamon. Okay, 1 and 2 spoons of cinnamon will be okay. And then we have anato or achiote. Okay, the question is, what is that? I guess you feel more familiar with the name paprika. The idea is very simple, red color. The red color for the Mayans symbolizes life, something to honor Mayan gods and please them. That condiment doesn't affect the flavor. For the aroma, only the red color. Now, I keep mixing this, keep grinding, just a little bit more. And amigos, this powder is ready. The next step will be only hot water and I mix it so I can have my first original chocolate drink. That chocolate was given to the royalty. You have to be a Mayan king, a queen, a governor, or a priest. Those guys drink chocolate in special ceremonies, like a Mayan wedding, a funeral, or a sacrifice. But come on, everybody knows that. I want to tell you more information. Do you want to know more?
Yes.
For example, the chocolate was given to the warriors. They drink it, so they have energy to be fighting for one day. If they get injured, they can take cocoa powder or liquid chocolate to heal their wounds, like an antiseptic. the Mayan women used to have that like a body lotion, especially the women that were pregnant, because they put some of that on their bellies for no stretch marks. Come on, everybody knows the commercial name, cocoa butter. Yes, and chocolate is a good medicine. In the past, when you had a sore throat, a headache, or fever, drinking chocolate was an excellent solution. But why, amigos? The chocolate from the past has no sweetness. It was pure, with condiments. So I'm talking about of more than 90% cocoa. And something like that is full of caffeine, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all those good elements, you can find it on its natural way in dark chocolate. But nowadays, the chocolate is totally different. You know this, a regular chocolate bar, a cookie, an ice cream, a piece of cake has only 10%, maybe 20% of the original cocoa. So what is the rest? You know the answer.
Sugar.
Sugar, colorants, chemicals, additives, gluten, and some other things that I don't know how to pronounce. But I like to recommend a good quality. Good quality. What is good quality? 40%, 50, 60, 70, 80. Unfortunately, my friends, my visitors, they say, Angel, I don't like dark chocolate. And I say, why? Okay? They say, it's too strong, it's too bitter, it's too sour. And then I say, come on, amigos. We have to see chocolate from a different perspective. And how is that? Well, I have some examples. What I do is this. I like to have a nice table, wooden plate. I put my 70% dark chocolates. Next to that, a good glass of wine. Trust me, that's delicious. But if you say to me, okay, Angel, I don't drink wine, that's no problem. You can have 70%, 80%, even 90% dark chocolate next to a good tequila añejo. Aged tequila. Amigos, that's a pleasant moment. You give a bite to the chocolate, sip it, and then you can enjoy it. But if you say to me, well, Angel, I don't drink alcohol, I will answer back, too bad for you, amigo. Come on, just kidding. You think about the possibilities. There are more possibilities. Trust me, with something very simple to get. You can have 70, 80, 90% dark chocolate next to lime, coconut. You can have pineapple, grapes, strawberries, cranberries. You can pair those elements and still have a good moment. Amigos, when you do that, and when you are having a good percentage of cocoa, you can think in benefits. Basically, 1 or 2 ounces of dark chocolate per day can balance the blood pressure. It's very good for the heart. 1 or 2 ounces of dark chocolate per day can improve the memory retention. But one of the best things, and you won't let me lie, is this one: chocolate can make you happy. Yes or no?
Yes.
And so, it's time to show you the complete recipe. Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
Many years later, Spanish conquerors came to this continent and they tried chocolate. They did not like it. The reason why, it was bitter. So they decided to add, by the first time, sugar. 1 spoon of sugar. Then we add a little bit of honey. Yes. And then we have pure and dark vanilla. 1, 2, y 3. 1 more? Okay, 1 more. That's no problem. Pure and dark vanilla. Now I need only a few seconds to show you how easy it is to make this. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got, amigos, pre-Hispanic chocolate. Thank you very much. Gracias.
If I'm drinks, we don't drink it yet. I let you know in a moment. Okay, just a little bit of patience, and we start enjoying it in a moment. Okay, just let me tell you something, family. Let me make a question. Tell me, what's the name of the plant we use to make tequila?
Agave.
Very good. We have connoisseurs today. Very good. Excellent. Yes, you are correct. Agave plant. But let me tell you something. Maybe this information you don't know yet. In Mexico, family, exists about around 200 different species of agaves. In the world, exists about 300 of them. In Mexico, we have about 200 of them. So we're lucky. Only one of them
is the good one to make tequila, or is the one allowed to use it to make the process and finally we make the drink? Blue agave. Blue agave. Tequilana, water, blue fire. Okay, give me 1 second. Me ayudan a bajarle la mosquita. Amigos, actually here in this picture frames, you take a look in this one, the first one, we can see how the blue agave looks like. Also, another important point. Agaves or tequila, basically tequila, has to be produced in 5 states only. In Mexico there are 32 states, but only 5 of them are the ones allowed to produce tequila. Let me give an example. Champagne. Champagne drink comes from France, from the Champagne area. If it's not made there, it's not allowed to make champagne. That is exactly. That is status. We name it designation of origin or appellation of origin. That status is also the same for champagne, cognac, bourbon, tequila, and other drinks that are protected by the appellation of origin. Okay? So tequila should be produced in only those 5 states with the blue agave. But what happens if we produce the drink using blue agave but out of that region, even in Mexico? We have to change the name. We have to name it agave distilled, not tequila, because it's not made in that region. Okay, that's another important point. Now, another important point here: how long we need to wait before the harvest? Between 8 to 10 years. It's a lot of time. And once the agaves are ready, in the next picture frame you can see the jimadores. That man is holding a coa that is cutting all the leaves off. And once they remove the leaves, the plant or the agave looks like a big pineapple. Oh, by the way, let me show something. We have here a coa. Look, this is a real coa, my friends. This is the one you can see in that picture frame. And these persons are holding the coa and just. Actually, it's a top job, my friend. This one is actually about 6-7 kilos. Okay? So actually they work hard to cut all the leaves off. And as I was telling you, once they remove all the leaves off, the plant looks like a big pineapple. How much they weigh? 70 to 100 pounds. That's the average weight they get. And also another important, very common question people ask, Martin, how much tequila do you make from those agaves? Let's say that after the whole process, every 15 pounds makes 1 liter of tequila. Yes. And then we need to cook the agaves. In the next picture frame, we can see how the agaves looks like after the cooking process. Very important. The agave, my friends, the agave has to be cooked naturally oven or in another containers that are made out of stainless steel containers. But those ones accelerate the process. This one is better. It's slower, but it's better. 38-40 hours by steam. Okay. Then, my friends, what happened in that moment? Natural starches already became sugars. So since we have sugars already, now we need to mash the agave so we get the juices out with the taona, which is a big stone wheel, very heavy, 2 tons heavy. And then once we get the juices, we ferment sugars. Everybody knows what happened with the fermentation. Sugars are going to be converted in alcohol. Exactly. And then we need to separate alcohol from the rest of the product through distillation process. In the copper distillers, we have here in this picture frame, we need to make 2 distillations. It's required, regulated to make 2 distillations to obtain tequila. In the first one, not tequila yet, we name it ordinario. And after the second one, finally we have the drink tequila. Crystal clear, like the one on the table, that is the clear one, the crystal clear color. Okay, so this is the first one. Want to sip, my friends? Please, before you sip it, let's do something. Want to smell it. Everybody hold it in the cup and smell it first. Don't drink it yet, just smell it. Okay, let me try it. Maybe you feel that, of course, the alcohol content right there, I mean, the alcohol is 78%. You can notice that. But also brings memories, right? Margarita. Okay. Or maybe not very good memory. Okay. And amigos, familia, let me tell you, want to enjoy, want to sip it, but please don't shoot it, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, my friends. I'm gonna explain why that big tradition drinking the tequila just like that. Want to sip it, let it slide on the side of your tongue, then swallow, and important, after you exhale, open your mouth a little bit so you bring the aftertaste in your palate. That's gonna help us to identify better notes in our palate, okay? Ready? Salud, my friends. Enjoy. This is white tequila. 38% alcohol, 76 proof. No influence from wood yet. Now, I'm sure in your mouth you start feeling saliva coming out right here. You know what that means? You know what is that? That is Mexico telling you or hugging you, my friend. This is welcome to my country. Okay? Actually, that means that you will need more tequila, my friend, for sure. Amigos, familia, want to continue, but let me tell you something first. Before we continue with the second one, I would like to share something that I'm sure you will like it. This information is not very known, and actually tell us why people drink tequila all the time in a shop. I'm sure you have seen your friends maybe, or maybe you have done it before, drinking the tequila like that, my friends. I've done it, my friends have done it. But let me tell you, where did that tradition come from? Let me explain. Back in the times when the first tequilas were produced, those tequilas, family, were really, really harsh, really strong. Nobody controlled the alcohol content in those days. So the only way they could handle those strong drinks was drinking it as fast as possible. They had to drink it just like that, imagine their bodies. Woohoo! There you go, okay? But my friends, the tradition started because of those strong tequilas drinking it that way. But something else influenced Mexican movies. And I'm sure you will agree with this, because Mexican movies, I'm sure you have seen those Mexican movies, the old ones, the ones that shows that man with a big sombrero, right, arriving to the cantina. Usually they are riding a horse, yeah, with a gun, like macho man, right? Right, dismounting the horse. Every time I remember watching that movie, my friends, with my parents, I always watch those movies and I see a man with a big sombrero arriving to the cantina, approaching with the bartender and saying, hey, give me a shot of tequila. And what he did always is, poop, hey, give me another one, and just drinking in one shot, right? That tradition, my friends, or those movies, travels around the world. And people outside learn that in Mexico, tequila should be drinking only that way. My friends, we don't have those tequilas no more. Today we have great tequilas. Today we have tequilas that you can enjoy, you can sip it. My friends, the tequila industry has been taking care better and better in the process, so finally we can enjoy great tequilas, my friends. Now, we want to continue with the next one, which is gold tequila. It's the one with a yellow tone color. Okay, gold tequila is actually a combination with white tequila and rested or aged or extra aged tequila together. And that's why the color, because the color comes from wood. White old barrels imported from the United States maybe. Okay, so everybody please, let's do the same, smell it. And before you sip it, my friend, let's make a toast. Please, everybody, hold your cup and let's say, repeat after me please. Louder. Arriba.
Arriba.
Abajo.
Abajo.
Al centro.
Al centro.
Pa dentro. Salud, my friends, enjoy. Okay, there you go. Cheers.
Smooth. Smooth.
This tequila, family, it's smoother than the white one. More notes because they wouldn't influence. Okay? And let me tell you something, the two of them are in the same percent alcohol. So 38% alcohol in both of them. What's the difference? The wood, the time they spend towards wood. Okay? Important. These tequilas, the ones you just tasted, are 100% agave tequila. What that means? 100% agave tequila means that 100% sugars from the blue agave were used in the process to make that drink. Other tequilas are combining sugars from agave and from other sugars. Example of that one, I have this one here, and I'm sure you have seen it before. Have you seen this one before?
Jose. Jose.
Okay, maybe not very good memories with this one, right? Family. let me tell you something about this one. I'm not saying anything bad about Jose Cuervo Company. This is made by Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo Company has different tequilas, top shelf tequilas, lower shelf tequilas. What I want to do is just to show to you what's the difference in between 100% agave tequilas and just tequilas. Actually, excuse me, sir. Actually, those are the two categories of tequilas: 100% and just tequila. How you can tell that? On the label. On the label, you will find tequila, and also another word that says maybe 100% agave, 100% pure agave, 100% pure blue agave. Either of those 4 or 5 different ways to write it, as long as it's 100% agave, means the same. 100% sugar from the blue agave were used to make the tequila. But when you see on the label tequila, but no 100%, that means that it's blended in sugars. At least has to be made with 51% sugar from the blue agave and the other 49 from other natural sugars, mainly sugar cane.
Oh yeah, there it
It's regulated, okay? Now, those are the two categories. Now, the five classes of tequilas are white tequila, gold tequila, or actually it's rested is another one. Blanco, reposado,
This is 100%.
añejo, extra
Very
añejo,
tiny
and
letters.
gold tequila or joven. Those are the five only ones. Period. No more than that. Okay. Now, when a tequila is added with any flavor, coffee, almond, mango, any other one, becomes a liqueur. It's regulated. Okay. So we don't have those. Maybe you have here that. Oh, mango tequila, coffee tequila. No. We don't name it like that. We name it liqueurs made with tequila. Okay. Even they are made. I mean, they are made with tequila. We don't name it tequila or mango tequila or something like that. Okay. Actually, family, we have those ones. The ones we have here. The next one is coffee liqueur made with tequila. My friends, it's really good. Enjoy it, family. Lower percent alcohol. This is great in a margarita. You can bake with this one also.
Caffeine too.
Yes, you can sip it, my friend, or you can put just with some ice. This is really good. And guess what, family? We don't finish drinking here. We have more drinks in the stores to sample, my friends. In a moment, my friends, you will have the opportunity to taste with my friend Stefan. He's gonna share with you hibiscus liqueur. Hibiscus liqueur, don't miss it. It's also really good.
10,000 people is coming again for activities to enjoy the beach, to enjoy diving. It's coming for the zip lines. It's coming to enjoy the Mayan ruins, to enjoy this kind of trips. So here, my familia, we are very happy to take you back. And today, this is how we work. We will take a look of the city. It's very clear. Most of the areas where we are operating, my friends, are very appropriate for you. That's why today, my friends, is an optional to get this right with us, which is the mask. We're in a green light. All the island get ready.
You guys are coming not just to one, but to both kiddos. We got a party for y'all upstairs at 10:30 as well as everyone else. And I just want to come in here and make sure you had a good day today and are ready for a full day of fun tomorrow and a full night of fun tonight. So with that being said, are we ready to start the show? Alright, you guys, please welcome to the stage the young man who's been hanging out with you all the way back there in the comedy club every single night to get the party started off right. He is your comedy club host. Please put your hands together for R.B.
And now it's time for the Kucha Come on, for your Kucha director. Get on fire! Come on! And now, put your hands, come on! We can use it, come on! Show me someone, come on! It's not close. Keep on, everyone, come on! Are we everybody will come also. Welcome to the Liquid Lounge for our Punchline Comedy Club. Who is excited for the show tonight? Alright. So, before the start, guys, my name is Amin. Do you know what I mean? It's simply me, Amin. You remember that, yeah? So guys, before to start the show, we have a few rules here in the room. First of all, you are not allowed of any kind of flash photography or videography, and please keep the table talk to minimum, so no taka-taka, only laka. Alright. So also, and once again, we're gonna have our first comedian tonight, and we still have the late show. At 9:30 is gonna be another show. Who is excited for this late show, guys? Okay, here we go, alright. So, once again, are you ready for your first comedian tonight? Alright. So, and also, he is from Tennessee. Put your hands together for Jim